Good morning, children. Today we'll discuss the topic of force, types of forces, and definition of force, and what are the use of force in our daily life. So, force is defined as it's a push or pull is called as a force. Force is nothing but push or pull. Push or pull is called a force. The force can be used to move the direction of the object. Force can be used to move the direction of the object. The force is nothing but F is equal to ME. F is equal to ME, which is called as Newton's second law, mass into acceleration. Force will be measured in the units of, what are the units? Units of force in SI system. What are the units of force in SI system is, what is that? Newton. What is that? Newton. And according to Newton's second law, how to derive the force is equal to mass into acceleration. Mass into acceleration. Actually, the acceleration is nothing but acceleration is also a kind of force which will be gravitational objects which are traveling from the certain height which reach to the ground. They travel in the form of acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration is nothing but the rate of change of velocity. The rate of change of velocity. Rate of change of velocity is called acceleration. Acceleration is denoted by the letter A, which is the units in the CGS and MK system. In CGS, units of acceleration are centimeter per second square, and in the MK system, meter per second square, or ms minus 2. And while if you see in the formula, mass is nothing but the quantity of matter, the quantity of matter contained in the body is called its mass. For example, a duster and a pen or whatever, maybe chalk piece, the blackboard, the matter, the quantity which is present, the quantity is called its mass. If you go for measurement of weight or measurement of mass will be same anywhere in the universe. Same anywhere in the universe. That means mass will not be changed. It's not variable from planet to planet. Earth, Mars, Jupiter, if you go anywhere, the mass will be same. That means the quantity of matter contained in the body remains the same. So it's nothing but a mass. So mass will be measured with the spring balance or common balance also, isn't it? So we have in this lesson different types of forces. Contact force and other forces. We will see other forces if you go a magnetic force, mechanical force, and electrical force, and electrostatic forces are there. For example, a magnetic force. Magnetic force. So in your daily life, we may experience the magnetic force also. Magnetic force. Where we can see the magnetic force in our daily life. If you play with the magnets, or if you work with the electrical, mechanical peoples, they can work with the magnets. A magnet having two poles, that having north and south poles. These two having the property of the repulsion and repulsion, and another one is attractive properties. Attractive properties. So if he goes for the attractive property of the magnets, that will be nothing but a magnetic force. If you place two magnets side by side here with the two poles, north and south, and again north south. Suppose in the first case, if you consider case 1, here the two poles here oppositely we kept here, the magnet 1 and magnet 2, south and north poles. We can call them as a unlike poles. South and north poles are called unlike poles. Unlike poles. So if you go for properties of the unlike poles, they can attract each other. Attract each other. So here another way, case 2, if you see, you can change the poles, south pole and north pole, and north and south poles. If you keep these north and north poles are called like poles. Like poles having the property of repulsion. So here the magnetic property will be widely employed in the electrical devices. For example, in the fans, the refrigerators, or in the generators, and DC or AC motors also we can use the magnetic force. And the force what we can use in our daily life is nothing but, I said already, push or pull. This will be useful in our daily activities to do our metabolic activities. For example, to run, to walk, to do our works and other things. So if we go for other forces, we'll see they and here one more thing, push or pull. Inside this push or pull, it can change the direction of the body. Push and pull, it can change the orientation and direction of the body, which can change its state, and it makes to move from one place to another place in a straight line or any other way. For example, the body will move exactly when the force is applied in the same direction. For example, if you consider a table or applied force by a block of wood on the table, if you apply the force in this direction, the force will be applied. If you push this with the 5 newtons of force, suppose the block of wood will be moves in the same direction of the force. In this direction, it will move on the table in this direction. So if you apply more force, double force, 10 newtons or 15 newtons, the moment of the wooden block will be more. Here we can understand that the force is nothing but which can make the change its direction of the body in the force direction only. Always the body moves in the force direction only, not in opposite direction. If you use the force in this direction, the body will not move in opposite direction. That's why we are calling as push or pull. If you pull a door, that will be moves in the same direction of the force, and push also same thing. That's why we are calling as it tends to change the state of the rest or uniform motion of the body also will be changed by the force. For example, if a ball is running on the floor or on the garden ball, you can stop the ball by applying the force in the opposite direction. Once again, the ball is running on the ground. If you apply the force in the opposite direction, the ball will be stopped. That means you can bring this in the resting position. That's why the force is saying that the force can change tends to change. Tends means is having capacity. Tends to change the state of rest or uniform motion of the body. State of rest or uniform motion. If the body is in rest, we can move the body in the same direction of the force. If the body is in the motion, we can make it to come into the rest. So in this two types of ways, we can use the force to become as a rest and in motion. So we can change the direction of the body also, isn't it? In our everyday language, force is associated with push or pull. This is the generally we can call as push or pull. So this we can see football court. Otherwise, in many ways we can use this force. For example, a body at rest can be set motion, moving by body or any other thing. That means the door to open, shutting the door or opening the door, like this we can do it. And next one is effects of force. We know already that to change the shape of the body, and moving object to become into the rest, and to a resting body we can make to move from one place to another place, isn't it? And the direction of force which is applied, the body moves always in the same direction of the force where you can apply it, as already we discussed. And types of forces we can see here: contact force and non-contact forces are there. Contact forces are nothing but by using the actual touch in the body. This is nothing but muscular force. Muscular force is nothing but a biological force which will be called as contact force. By contact force, we are writing on the board, or lifting a book, or moving the table, and everything will be done with the contact force, which is nothing but a muscular force or biological force. Bio means a living body, that's why biological force is called. Biological force, which is nothing but contact force or muscular force. And next one is frictional force. Frictional force is an opposite force which can oppose the object from moving. That means which exerted on the surface over other, which can stop the relative motion of the object, which is called a frictional force. Once again, frictional is a force which can tends to stop the moving object on the surface of the floor, which is called friction. Frictional force. Frictional force is nothing but which can tends to stop the ball or object which can stop the relative motion of the object. He is saying that which can stop the relative motion. For example, if a ball is thrown on the surface of the ground, first 1 minute it goes with a 20 meter per second speed. After that, it comes 15 meters per second, after that 10 meters per second, and after 5 meters per second, next one 0 meters per second. That means what? Finally, the ball becomes resting position. Resting position from a relative motion is here 20, 15, 10 like that. This is the relative motion. But whereas going on time increases, the motion of the ball decreases and finally becomes rest. So why the ball becomes rest? It does not go continuously on the surface. Because of that, one type of force will be applicable on the surface of the body without continuous moving to longer distances. That force is nothing but we are calling as a frictional force. Frictional force. So the frictional force, once again, it tends to stop the body from the relative motion, and it is the contact surface between the surface of the earth and the surface of the body. So the body, when it becomes rest, gradually the relative motion of the body going on decreases. Then finally the velocity of the body becomes zero. Then it becomes rest. This resting position becoming by due to the frictional force. The friction is if you discuss clearly, we can have 2 points on the friction. Friction is harmful and as well as helpful also. Helpful, 2 types: harmful friction and helpful also. So we will discuss later what is harmful and what is helpful frictions. So here we can see that non-contact forces are there. Non-contact force. Now up to now we discuss contact forces are 2 types, that biological force or muscular force. One more is the frictional force, which is a contact force, which can becomes the body resting position. Now we'll see non-contact forces. Non-contact forces. Non-contact means there is no physical touching between the 2 objects. When this type of force is employed between 2 objects, that means no relative contact between 2 objects when these forces are employed. These forces are called what forces? Non-contact forces. Non-contact forces. That means there is no physical attachment. Physical attachment will not be there when these forces are acting between the bodies. For example, gravitational force. Gravitational force. We know that every object which is moving vertically upwards, they will not move continuously to sky or to many thousands of kilometers. That is finally the object must reach to the ground only. If it goes deeply, why the object finally becomes to the ground? That's nothing but a gravitational force will be employed in that object, which can pull the object suddenly compulsory to the downwards. That is nothing but gravitational force. If you want to seek or observe the force, we cannot see with our eyes this force, because of there is no contact between the body and the earth. We can see only the traveling the bodies vertically downwards and upwards. Only we can see. For example, if you consider earth, for example, a tree will be there on the earth of your garden. Any apple or a mango tree, for example, apple tree is there in your garden. A certain time duration, the apple will be falls to the ground. automatically, but it does not move upwards. What the reason is saying that every object will be resisted by the gravitational force. Automatically, the gravitational force pull the electron downwards of the earth. Instead of this, it does not go away from the earth because of the gravitational force. But only we can see the falling of the object downwards, but we cannot see the gravitational force. We cannot see with our eye, and we cannot contact, we cannot touch the gravitational force. That's why gravitational force is calling as non-contact force. Non-contact forces. Okay, next one is magnetic force also. As already I said, it's also non-contact force. No touching each other. If you place two magnets certain distance, for example 5 centimeter distance or more than that also, we can see repulsion or attractive property depend upon the poles. Here we can see attractive property. You can see, but without contact of the two magnets. If you consider the first magnet and second magnet, without physical contact of the two magnets, we cannot see the contact force between them. But this force also we are calling as non-contact forces. Non-contact forces. Non-contact forces are widely employed in many ways. And one more thing is electrostatic forces also. Electrostatic force. The force between the electrons inside the atoms, we can see electrostatic forces. Otherwise, electric field also consists of these charges. Electric field, the positive and negative charge of the electric field both will be attracted. These forces also we cannot see with our eye. There is no contact, physical contact between the charges of electrical charges. So electrical charge is also a non-contact force. Next one, as I already said, matter. Once again, matter is the quantity of amount of matter contained in the body, which will be measured with the common balance or spring balance. That means the mass will be measured in the grams or kgs. 1 kg is equal how many grams? 1000 grams. 1000 grams. And 1 gram is equal to how many milligrams? 1 gram is equal to 1000 milligrams. 1 gram is equal to 1000 milligrams. 1000 milligrams. So this mass will not be changed when you go from place to place. That means it is constant. You can remember this word. Mass is constant anywhere. Constant anywhere in the universe. This will be important while studying about the mass. If we go to the next one is weight. Weight is nothing but every object will be pulled towards the center of the earth. That means already we discussed in the gravitational force. That pull of the earth we are calling as weight of the body. For example, the weight of the table, the weight of my body, your body, and other bodies is nothing but gravitational pulling of the object towards itself. Towards center of the earth is called weight. Weight is nothing but mass into acceleration, as I already said. W is equal to mg also we can write. W is equal to mg. That means g, why you are taking that gravitational force is the act on the body is approximately 9.8 meters per second square inverse. Mass in kgs, and this is also ms minus 2. So W you can write as mg, mass into gravitational force. Mass into gravitational force. So the gravitational force acts on the body approximately G value we can have 9.8 meters per second square, and the G will be not constant in the universe. For example, on the earth at poles at equator, at height, at depth also. In these four positions, DEPPH at depth. On the places, these are the places on the earth. Weight. In the weight, gravitational force is variable from place to place on the earth. For example, at poles, if it goes to the poles of the earth, the gravitational force is maximum. It will be there. Maximum means nearly 9.8. It will be there exactly. But at the equator, we can have here maximum. Here at equator, it is minimum. Minimum gravitational force will be there. And if you go greater height from the surface of the earth, greater height, and at the same depth also, if it goes inside the earth, oppositely, here in these two cases, we will get G is equal to 0. G is equal to 0. That means if it goes half of the radius of the earth, to the depth, and the same height from the surface of the earth, the gravitational force will become 0. Then we can call them as weightless objects. Weightless objects. The weightless objects will not be under the force of gravitational force. If any object escapes the gravitational force, that becomes as weightlessness. Weightlessness means nothing but gravitational force is 0. When gravitational force is 0, in these two cases, if the body goes half of the radius of the earth, that much depth to the height, and same distance to the depth also will become 0. So that weightlessness also we can see that in the variation of the earth gravitation in these cases. For example, poles, equator, height, depth. Next one, weight. After we know the units of forces, different systems we are having, CGS, MKS and FPS systems. Force, as already said, in the MK system is newtons, and CGS system it is in dyne. CGS system is dyne. Once again, SI system of force is Newton. In CGS system it is CGS system unit of force is dyne, and SI system is Newton. And what is the relation between Newton and dyne? 1 Newton is equal 10 power 5 dynes. 10 power 5 dynes of force. Next one, we can see the types of frictions and causes for the friction, and different types of frictions in the next class, or in this also we can see the names just in this class. Static friction, limiting friction, dynamic and sliding frictions, rolling frictions are there. That definitions and how the frictions employed we can see in the next class.